Guys, okay, so yes, this video since for a while we haven't done things. Well, now I was doing gonna do something that was kind of like a trivia for you guys that was on astronomy. Especially since I saw some of my other videos, saw with the one on the reinforced deep slate one. Someone said continue I hope you continue with the astronomy one. Yeah, all that things. Yes, I was doing on this game. And so if you see colors changing, that's just because of one selecting on. Yeah, so it's gonna be doing on the sun, the planets, and also one other one. That's gonna be actually kind of one that's gonna be kind of a prize one almost. It's this first one, the sun. The first question is, what are the dark areas that often appear on the sun's surface called? Sunspots, black holes, or solar flares? Also, I was gonna give only a couple seconds because I didn't want this video to take so long. Because the last video took over an hour to upload. It's so if you guys already guessed it, it's sunspots. It's next one is, okay, this one might be a little easy. True or false, the sun is made up of only gases. And I'm not sure if most of you got it right already. It's true. Okay, so this one might be kind of sort of easy. This one is, what is the name of the innermost part of the sun? The core, the chromosphere, or corona? Also, guys, I also forgot to mention, if you hear cars or someone talking from outside, it's just my windows are open because it kind of gets a little hot in here from time to time, to be honest. And also for this one, the answer to that is the core. Yeah, that might be a little too easy. So this one, what is the approximate distance between Earth and the sun? 93 million miles, 93 billion miles, or 93,000 miles? This one might be a little confusing depending on how you even think of it. I'm not sure if you guys got it already, but it's actually 93 million miles. Okay, this one, I think you guys might know this one. How many Earths fit into the sun? 1.3 thousand Earths, and this one you'd probably know it's not it. 130 Earths, or 1.3 million Earths. Yeah, and I bet most of you got it. It's the 1.3 million Earths. Yeah, this one's almost always guaranteed to know what this one is. True or false? The sun is a star, not a planet. Yeah, I guess most of you might know that already. Okay, so this one, the three main layers of the sun's atmosphere are the corona, the chromosphere, and the photosphere, photograph, or phototype. This one might be a little easy. Yeah, if you guys might guess, the photosphere is the answer. Okay, and this one, what is a solar prominence? One of the layers of the sun, a violent storm that occurs on the sun, or a type of solar wind? Yeah, I'm not sure if most of you might know this or not, but it's actually a violent storm that occurs on the sun. Okay, this one might be a little too easy. How old is the sun? 46 years old. Yeah, that one's the most easiest one to know it's not. Yeah, 4,000 and 4.6 thousand years old. Question one, the next one you're totally gonna know it's the answer. 4.6 billion years old. That one's a little too easy, to be honest. Okay, this one. Which astronomer determined that the Earth and the other planets revolve around the sun? Leonardo da Vinci, if that's how you say that. Claudius Ptolemy. Okay, it's kind of hard to read that one. Or Nicholas Copernicus. Okay, I'm not sure if most of you might know that already, but it's actually Nicholas Copernicus. Okay, that's all of them for the sun. Now, first of the planet. So true or false, Mercury has the fastest orbit speed of all the planets. Yeah, some of you might not know or not. I think some of you might know or not, but it's actually true. Okay, this one's easy. What is the size of Mercury as compared to Earth? Mercury is twice the size of Earth. Mercury is the same size as Earth, or Mercury is much smaller than Earth. Yeah, that one's a little too easy. That's the last one. This is way smaller than Earth. Of course, next one is really almost the exact same way, but except it's just with which placement it is. Mercury is a blank planet from the sun. Because you know what, those ones we're gonna skip because those ones are kind of a little too easy. Okay, this one I think some of you might actually mistake in this. True or false? Mercury is the hottest planet in the solar system. Yeah, some of you might get tricked by this one, but it's actually false. Okay, this one. How long does Mercury take to rotate on its axis? 59 Earth hours, 59 Earth minutes, or 59 Earth days. Also, guys, this might confuse you because, well, it's just the thing is there's two different ways of it. With one being it's the orbit and one that's being its rotation. If it's meaning the rotation on its axis, that's meaning by how long a day on the planet is. And for this one, it's actually the 59 Earth days. On this one, okay, next one is really asking how long it takes to orbit the sun, which most of you might know, it's 88 Earth days. Okay, this one, what is unique about Mercury's orbital rotation? It's very slow, it's elliptical or egg-shaped, or it's perfectly round. And it's like it's elliptical or egg-shaped one. Okay, this one, what are the main characteristics of Mercury's surface? It has polar ice caps and water. It has lava fields and volcanoes, or it has a cratered surface with many steep cliffs. Yeah, I think most of you might know that one. It's actually the last one. It has a cratered one. Okay, next one is, how many moons does Mercury have? 1, 0, or 2? I think some of you might get tricked by this one. It's actually 0. Okay, this one is actually might be a little trick. What is Mercury named after? The messenger of the Roman gods, the Greek god of friendship, or the Roman god of love? Yeah, some of you might not know this, but it's actually the messenger of the Roman gods. Yeah, and that's it for Mercury. On to the second one. Okay, the first question skipped because it's the placement one. Okay, Venus's atmosphere is composed mostly of oxygen and hydrogen, carbon dioxide and nitrogen, or helium and sulfur dioxide. And that's answer is the carbon dioxide and nitrogen. Okay, how far is Venus from the sun? Okay, I think this one we probably might skip because they actually said with the Earth one from the sun one. It said with 93 million. So the main number was 67. So it's like 67 million miles. Okay, this one. How long does it take Venus to rotate on its axis? 243 Earth minutes, 243 Earth days, or 243 Earth hours? Yeah, this one might actually trick some of you, but it's actually 243 Earth days. Which Roman god is Venus named after? The Roman god of the lightning and the sky? The Roman god of war? Or the Roman goddess of love and beauty? Yeah, I think some of you might get tricked by this one as well. It's actually the Roman goddess of love and beauty. Wait. Oh, wait. Wait, sorry, it's just I had to reset this real quick because something happened. Okay, true or false, Venus's thick clouds make it difficult to observe the planet's surface. Yeah, some of you actually might know this. It's actually true. Okay, some of these just skip because I kind of like because the questions are randomized, and when they randomize, and even when you when you reset it, they kind of get mixed in a different way. What is the average temperature on Venus's surface? 87 degrees Fahrenheit, 8.7 degrees Fahrenheit, or 870 degrees Fahrenheit? This one might be a little obvious. The 870 degrees Fahrenheit. On this one, how many moons does Venus have? 3, 0, or 1? Some of you might not know, but it's actually 0. Okay, listen. How long does it take Venus to orbit the Sun? 225 Earth days, 197 Earth days, or 365 Earth days? This one might be a little too easy. The 25 Earth days. I mean 225. I mean. Look at this one. True or false? Venus rotates slower than the other planets. This one is actually true. Okay, this one. Why do some astronomers refer to Venus as Earth's twin? The options: their size, mass, and density are similar. Venus and Earth have similar weather patterns. Or Venus and Earth are inhabited by human beings. This one might be a little too obvious. It's the size, mass, and density are similar one. Yeah, and that's it for Venus. Now, of course, the one that you guys knew, Earth. Okay, Earth's atmosphere is made mostly of which gas? Carbon dioxide, oxygen, or nitrogen? I think some of you guys might get fooled by this one a little, but it's actually nitrogen. Okay, this one, true or false? Earth is one of the 2 planets that supports life in our solar system. This one, I think most of you might know, is actually false. Okay, this one is kind of one I actually mentioned. What causes day and night on Earth? The greenhouse effect caused by the sun's heat, one full revolution of Earth around the sun, or the rotation of Earth on its axis. Basically, it's not just Earth. It's with any planet that's orbit isn't as long as its day. Like, as long as it's that, they both have a year-end day cycle. Yeah, that one's kind of obvious that it's the rotation one. Okay, and this one is kind of a question that's literally the same thing as one that's from the sun one, which was like determine that the sun was the center of the solar system one. Of course, yeah, and one that's literally the distance one. And okay, now the other true or false? Earth is the only planet in our solar system with 1 moon. I think some of you might not know this one, but that's actually true. Okay, yeah, this one might be a little too easy as well. What causes the 4 seasons on Earth? The weather patterns on Earth, the tilt of the Earth on its axis as it travels around the sun, or the distance between Earth and Mars. Yeah, you guys might know that's the tilt one, because the distance between Earth and Mars doesn't cause the seasons. But especially weather patterns doesn't do anything with the seasons. It might, like, seasons affects the weather patterns, but weather patterns doesn't cause the seasons. And of course, next one's the placement one. Yeah, of course, this one you guys might know. How long does it take Earth to rotate once on its axis? 24 hours, 60 hours, or 365 hours? Yeah, this one's obvious. It's the 24 hours one. Yeah, this one's talking about the orbit one. How long does it take Earth to complete one revolution around the sun? Yeah, that's obvious. It's the 600. I mean 365 Earth days. And that's it for Earth. And now fourth, Mars. What is the average temperature on Mars? 5 degrees Fahrenheit, negative 85 degrees Fahrenheit, or 85 degrees Fahrenheit? It's actually the minus one. This one might actually be a little complicated. How long does it take Mars to rotate on its axis? 2.46 hours, 246 hours, or 24.6 hours? This one you might not know. It's actually the 24.6 Earth hours. Okay, what was the name of the first spacecraft to land on Mars? Phoenix, Opportunity Rover, or Viking 1? Yeah, most of you guys aren't going to know this. It's actually Viking 1. Okay, this one. What is the weather like on Mars? Cold and dry, extremely hot with acid rain, or mild and muggy? It's the cold and dry one. Like, cause extremely hot with acid rain. That's like the weather of Venus. Actually, I forgot to tell you with Venus. Venus is actually the only planet to have a day longer than its year. Okay, Mars is named after the Roman god of agriculture, war, or love. This one might be a little obvious of which one it isn't. It's actually war. Okay, what gives Mars its reddish color? Volcanic magma covering the surface, heat reflected from the sun, or oxidized iron minerals in the dirt? Yeah, and it's actually the oxidized iron one. Because, like, the one, like, the heat reflected one, like, I think, if I'm guessing that one's more like Jupiter's coloration gets. Yeah, and I'm not sure which one would be most likely from the volcanic one. Like, I'm guessing that might be Venus. Okay, like, true or false, Mars is about twice the size of Earth. Yeah, that one might be obvious that it's false. Okay, yeah, that one skip because that's the placement. Okay, listen. Mars is home to the largest volcano in the solar system. What is it called? Mount Vesuvius? Okay, it's kind of hard to read that one, to be honest. Olympus Mons or Krakatoas? And this one is actually Olympus Mons. Listen, what are the names of Mars's moons? Romulus and Remus, Mickey and Minnie. Yeah, that one's obvious. It's not. Or Phobos and Deimos. Yeah, with that one, it's actually the Phobos and. Okay, sorry if I'm not saying it properly. It's just I'm not sure how you properly pronounce it. Okay, how many Earth days are equal to 1 year on Mars? 786 Earth days, 687 Earth days, or 276 Earth days? This one is at 687. And that's it for Mars. Now for the big guy himself. Wait, how many moons orbit Jupiter? More than 200, more than 90, or less than 90? This one might be a little complicated for some of you guys, but it's actually more than 90. Okay, Jupiter is primarily composed of carbon dioxide, nitrogen, oxygen, and hydrogen, or hydrogen and helium. And the one it is hydrogen and helium. Okay, this one might actually be a little too obvious for all of you guys. Yeah, I don't know which one of you might not. I'm not sure. I don't know who watching this might not know which one this is. True or false? Jupiter is the largest planet in the solar system. Yeah, that's a little too obvious. It's true. How far? Okay, yeah, this one you probably might skip because it's a little obvious. Because on the other one, because at the million miles, there's only one that's only more than the million one, which is the 484 million miles. Okay, that one skip as well because that's the placement one. Jupiter and Saturn are known as the blank of our solar system. You guys don't know what it's talking about? It's talking about like the type of planets. Ice giants, fire giants, or gas giants. Just, does my parents always have to be coming down at these times? I just have to continue with them being down here. If you don't know, it's the gas giants. Okay, this one some of you might do or not know. How many Earths can fit inside Jupiter? 1,000, 10, or 100? Yeah, it might be a little obvious. It's 1,000. Okay, yeah, this one might also be a little too obvious. How long does it take Jupiter to orbit the Sun? 43 Earth days, 500 Earth days, or 4,333 Earth days? Yeah, that one's a little obvious. It's the 4,000 one, which is just compared to how long it takes to orbit the Sun in days. Oh, this one might trick some of you guys. True or false? It is impossible to see Jupiter without a telescope. Yeah, I think some of you guys might say false. I'm not sure. Like, you would probably say true to that, but it's actually false. Because if you look in the sky, you could see stars, but some of them would actually be the planets. Okay, this one might actually be a little too obvious, and it's because like with this one I already had the other two ones answered for other ones that were right. Which Roman god was Jupiter named after? The god of love, the king of the Roman gods, or the god of war? Yeah, that's a little too obvious. Okay, now that's it for that one. Now on to probably most people's favorite planet. Oh. Okay, approximately how long does it take for Saturn to rotate on its axis? 10.7 years, 10.7 days, or 10.7 hours? Some of you guys might get tricked by this one, but it's actually the hours. Okay, this one actually might trick some of you guys. How many moons does Saturn have? More than 100, more than 500, or less than 100? This one, it has more than 100. Like, kind of like depending on it with size, with like almost like size, but it would be like placement of Jupiter on the amount of moons. True or false? Saturn's rings are made of ice crystals and specks of dust. And some of you guys might not know this. It's actually true. Okay, this one I think we should probably skip because it's another true or false, but it's Saturn's atmosphere can support life. That's kind of obvious it doesn't. Okay, I think this one might be a little too obvious. How long does it take for Saturn to orbit the Sun? Over 129 Earth years, exactly 129 Earth days, or over 29 Earth years? Yeah, it's kind of obvious. It's the 29 Earth years one. Okay, Saturn's largest moon is named Rhe, Titan, or Enceladus. So some of you guys, so you guys know, all those are actually all moons of Saturn. But the one it is Titan. Okay, this one, yeah, this one, yeah, this one's similar to the Jupiter one. Saturn is named after the Roman god of love, agriculture, or war. Yeah, it's obvious it's agriculture. Okay, this one, what year did Galileo... Okay, I'm not trying to say the second word, to be honest. Like, first observe Saturn's rings. 1610, 1776, or 1492? And actually, it's 1610. Okay, that one skipped because that's a placement. Okay, how far is Saturn from the Sun? Yeah, this one might be a little too obvious. It's the one that's an average of 886 million miles from the Sun, because the others are either too far to be that close to the Sun, or either be too close to the Sun. Like 8.97 million or like 8.97 billion. And that's it for that one. Now on to the first ice giant. Okay, what do Uranus and Venus have in common? They both have the same number of moons, they both rotate from east to west, or they're the same size. That's kind of obvious it's not going to be that one. It's actually, they both rotate from east to west. Oh yeah, that one to skip, because that one's saying, like, true or false, life is easily supported on Uranus. Okay, this one. When did William Herschel discover Uranus with the aid of a telescope? 1781, 2010, or 1520? Yeah, this one might be obvious. It's 1781. This one, approximately how long does it take for Uranus to rotate on its axis? About 17 years, 17 hours, or 17 days? This one, 17 hours. So how many known moons orbit Uranus? Over 20, less than 20, or exactly 20? This one is actually over 20. Okay, this one might be a little too obvious. With orbit one, it's only with the same thing with 84 Earth. And it's either with the days, hours, or years. True or false, Uranus is about 4 times wider than Earth. Some of you guys might not believe that, but it's actually true. Like, it is larger, but it's just mean by the specific number thing. Okay, the name Uranus is a reference to blank, the Greek god of the seas, the Greek god of the sky, and the other one, the same one that Venus got named one after. And with that one, it's actually the Greek god of the sky. Okay, this one might actually be a little obvious. Uranus is different from the other planets in our solar system because it is the only ice giant in our solar system. It rotates on its side, or it rotates from east to west. Yeah, it's obvious it's this on its side one. Yeah, that one skipped because that's the placement. But yeah, that's it for Uranus. Now, next up. Okay. So how many how many hours is equal to 1 day on Neptune? About 24 hours, 16 hours, or 60 hours? This one might get you confused. It's actually 16 hours. So this one might actually be a little too obvious. Let's talk about the orbit one again. It's the 165 Earth years. Of course, yeah, that one skip as well, because that's the placement. Yeah, this one might be a little too obvious as well. True or false, Neptune is visible from Earth with naked eye without a telescope. Yeah, it's kind of obvious it's not true. Okay, this one, how many moons orbit Neptune? More than 25, more than 10, or more than 50? For if you don't know, more than 10. Okay, this one is also obvious. True or false, Neptune is the largest... Yeah, it's so obvious it's false. Okay, this one, in which year did John Galli first observe Neptune with a telescope? 28? Or 2008? 1610 or 1846? And the answer is 1846. Yeah, this one might actually be a little too easy. Neptune and Uranus are known as the blank of our solar system, and that's the ice giants. What is the average temperature on Neptune? Negative or minus 200 degrees Fahrenheit, minus 330 degrees Fahrenheit, or just the 330, or 0 degrees Fahrenheit. Yeah, you might get confused which one for, like, besides the 0 one, but it's actually the negative 330 one. And this one actually also is a little obvious, but also helps you understand what the Uranus got named after one. Neptune is named after which Roman god? And with the other one, with this one, it's the god of the sea. Okay, and that's it for that one. Of course, now on to the last one, which I bet if most people are watching this, is probably going to be their favorite one. How long does it take Pluto to orbit the sun? The 248 Earth days, 248 Earth years, or 365 Earth days. That one's also obvious. Yeah, this one, true or false, Pluto is smaller than Earth's moon. And that one's actually true. Okay, this one, you might get a little confused on probably. Pluto is located within the blank belt. Asteroid, Kuiper, or Leather. And you guys, there's actually only two different belts in the solar system. One, the most known asteroid, and the second one is the Kuiper. Okay, this one might actually be obvious. On average, how far is Pluto from the sun? 3.7 trillion miles, 3.7 billion miles, or 3.7 million miles? Yeah, and it's kind of obvious it's the billion one. Well, unless if you just don't know what because the distance didn't say for Uranus or Neptune. Okay, when did Clyde Tombaugh discover Pluto? Yeah, one that might be obvious is the 1492 one. Either 1930 or 2009. This one actually might probably got you stumped. It's 1930. Okay, this one is kind of similar, but instead is staying to a different kind of event, kind of. When was Pluto reclassified from a planet to a dwarf planet? 2006, 1900, or 2018? This one might be a little obvious. It's the 2006. On this one, Pluto is named after the Roman god of the sun, the harvest, or the underworld. This one is actually the underworld. Yeah, this one's probably like this knowledge for this one. You'd probably need the knowledge you need for this one might be next level, to be honest. But this one is another true or false. But this one is true or false. Between 1979 and 1999, Pluto was closer to the sun than its neighbor Neptune and actually moved inside Neptune's orbit of the sun. You guys might be confused, but with this one, it's actually true. Yeah, that one actually would be a next level of knowledge to know that. Yeah, with this one, true or false, the surface of Pluto is covered in thick magma from many volcanoes covering the planet. This one might be obvious it's false. You know, this one might stump you as well. How many moons does Pluto have? 33, 5, or 1? This actually might confuse you, but it actually has 5. And that's actually I have a bonus question. Like, which one do you think has more moons? With all the terrestrial planets combined, or Pluto? Yeah, and with that, it's actually Pluto. Yeah, and with that actually being it, yeah, that's gonna be it for it. Yeah, since because especially this video has been over half an hour now. Okay, you guys leave a comment section below if you think I should do some more things kind of like trivia with astronomy.